again. Welcome to Roland's Reviews. We are back. Finally, we have our Saturday live stream. I've been looking forward to it. OMG. I have missed you all, and I know it's only been one day, but hey, when we are apart, it is too long. Boom. Go ahead and do me one small favor, if you will. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. I promise you, it won't cost you anything as you fill up the room. Also, please share the stream out. Okay. And I'll give you a few moments to continue to fill up the room. As we're waiting, I hope I don't hurt your ears too bad. I told you the first week of school, my voice is shot all to Hades, but I'll do my best. All right, give me the song, the artist, and the year. Love on the rocks. It ain't no surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Got nothing to lose, so you just sing the blues. All the time. Sounds just like the Libs. Gave you my heart. I gave you my soul. You left me alone here with nothing to hold. Yesterday's gone. And now all I want is a smile. At first they say they want you. Hear how they really need you. Suddenly you find you're out there, walking in a storm. And when they know they have you, then they really have you. Nothing you can do or say. You've got to leave, just get away. And we all know the song. You need what you need. You can say what you want. Not much you can do when the feeling is gone. Maybe blue skies above. It's cool. Yes, MAGA. When your love's on the rocks. The Democrats' love is on the rocks. People are fleeing them in droves, and I love it. At first they say they want you. Hear how they really need you. Suddenly you find you're out there, walking in a storm. And when they know they have you, then they really have you. Nothing you can do or say. You've got to leave, just get away. And we all know the song, don't we? Yes, we do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. MAGA, you beat Tijuana Border Jumpers late. That was Neil Diamond. That we're talking Neil Diamond classic from 1980. Love on the Rocks. I have some clips to share with you today. And I know we did a video. Yes, Lord Jammer, I love everything that Neil Diamond, everything he produced, I loved. So I told you, I love a lot of people that some people are like, they're a little corny. I love him. Barry Manilow, I know, but I told you I am a music connoisseur. Okay, Lord Jammer, you know that wasn't Leonard Skinner, Lord Jammer. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now. Don't get me singing. Oh my God, I love that song. Okay. So anyway, no Gold Dust Woman. Not today, Jason. I'll try to get that for you the next time. We'll go ahead and do the roll call. I can't thank all of you enough. Every day, 4, 5, 10, 20 people are subscribing to the channel. The channel is really taking off in leaps and bounds. It's all thanks to you. Every time you hit that like button, every time you share this stream, you can share this stream with a friend, a coworker, on your social media pages. It is really helping. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and do the roll call. MAGA. Thank you so much for wishing me a good live stream. We always have a good stream, don't we, sister? Chicago Hood, how you doing? Please be careful, love. I know you're driving home. Connie Mello, how are you? Lord Jammer, that's okay. Lord Jammer, you cannot make every live stream, love. We understand. Life happens. It does not ask. It just happens. Kami, Dorian, hello. Tina, how are you, love? Excuse me. Forgive me if my voice is not what it should be. First week of school, again, let me explain. Especially if I have new people here, we do a lot of talking, going over rules, regulations, guidelines. And so my voice is always a little shaky after the first week of school, but it's coming back around and we're going to make it. All right. Thank you, Lord Jammer. Mayor, how are you doing, love? Megan is back. How you doing, dear? Vicky's here. The usual suspects. Again, we have gotten the band back together. I need you, you, you. I need you, you, you. I need you, you, you. Boom. I need you. I cannot do this by myself. Every time you drop a suggestion in the comment section, I go check it out. How you doing, Monique? You all are gonna make me go back and watch the original Blues Brothers from 1980. R.I.P. John Belushi. Oh, how you doing, Maya sisters? Yes, we're glad that you're. Yes, Lord Jammer. I know I have seen no remakes. I don't look at remakes. I'm stuck in a time warp, and I just can't help myself. Obviously, all of you know I'm not trying to get out of the time warp, but hey. I'm so tired of being alone. Okay, Jason doing his best Al Green impression. I have his greatest hits on my Apple playlist too. I just had my son watch here No Evil, See No Evil. I told him that was when comedy was good. Oh my God. Yeah, when you could say things, we could all get a laugh, and there was no one, oh my God, that's racist. No one wants to hear that crap. Life is short, folks. We need to enjoy ourselves. Excuse me. Hit that like button, folks. Look at this target. Now, if you were here, oh my God, if you, Maya sisters, let me see who else was not here. Megan, Beverly, how are you doing, dear? I don't know if you were here last night. You need to check out that video I did last night. It was deep. I'm dropping the link, ladies, on the Black KKK and how they're used to subvert the Black community so that they remain in poverty, so that they remain a failing lower class below everyone else. Please check that out. That's done by design, thanks to the Democratic Party. Mayor, I loved and living. Yes, Mayor, my God. Thank you so much, Lord Jammer. Okay, Monique. Oh, yeah, the right Reverend Al. And we don't mean Al Sharptongue. All right, look at this title, folks. You know, a couple of videos ago, I shared with you all of these Black shills, Black preachers, puppets, all of these people who have their checks already. They are out here talking about, oh my God, Trump is into Black. He was going after the immigrants. Now he's going after Black Americans. Now, let me tell you what my thoughts are on this, folks. And I don't claim to know everything, but I will give you my personal opinion. I don't have a problem with extra police. I don't have a problem with the National Guard. Now, granted, I don't live in a blue city. I live near one, unfortunately, because I'm here at Fort Bragg. But I told you, you've heard me say several times before, my thought process. Look at the older people who are trapped, and they have become nothing but victims. They are vulnerable. People take advantage of them. So I'm thinking about them. And this is what I'm saying to all the Black puppets. I've watched several Black content creators, and they're talking about, oh, they're breaking their civil rights. They're doing this. They're doing that. Well, newsflash. I have watched several clips. That's what I've been doing today. Several people, and I could tell some of them did not vote for Trump. They are saying this is the safest they have ever felt I had to hit that truth bomb. Roland, I hope you can start landing these collaborations you've been seeking. Lord Jammer, I don't know what else to do. I can show you, I can pull my email up. I've reached out. I've also, I reached out to people on social media. People don't respond, but I have tried. So again, if any of you have people that you can contact, hey, reach out to them and then share their information with me. Lord Jammer, I've tried, love. Trump's just tired to seeing American people get used. They are used to doing their bidding. They use us to fill their bank accounts, and they do it all by stirring up hatred and division. And MAGA, how are we? God created all of us, and I'm not a preacher. I don't play one here on YouTube, but I know who the creator is. And I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I am happy. This is my whole take on it. Thank you, Lord Jammer. How you doing, Job for 9? My whole take on it, if you're not doing anything wrong, why are you upset? Tell me what your thoughts are. And I have several clips to share with you. Excuse me. My girl, civil rights, since when do animals get rolled? Boom. So some of the clips, you have these idiots. As soon as, what's that? One of my favorite quotes. Something about opening your mouth. Better to keep your mouth closed and let and then open your mouth, and then people know that you're an idiot. You know what I'm getting at. How you doing, TL? So Pep ruin it for themselves. People ruin it for themselves. Like, right? Yes, TL. You're new here. Hit that like button. All I'm saying is, I've seen, excuse me, and I can tell. Excuse me. The people. Excuse me. I just cut some grass, so I may have some pollen going on here. Older people saying thank you. Do you know what that did to my heart? Because we know commonly they're victims. Excuse me, folks. I'm so sorry for that. But even people, younger people, we're talking about, oh my God, I've never felt this safe. Now, someone answer this question for me. The Democrats who proclaim to love you, if Trump could do it, why couldn't these people that you've been voting for 60 plus years do it? Someone answer that question for me, please. Because they don't want to. They don't want to. My girls, no accountability, no responsibility, but a big liability. Wonderful to see you too, Job for 9. Excuse me, folks. Like I said, I was cutting grass a little bit, so I didn't take allergy medicine, so I may be a little bit But just work with me. I'm sorry, but I'm doing the best I can. But I still wanted to be here for you all because I wanted to talk about this. Trump wants the America where people could leave the windows and doors open again and a set of spare keys to the house under their front mats. Yes. I'm going to share. I have several clips to share with you. And again, for the people who come after the video's over, telling me I'm lambasting, trying to make Black people look bad. Click on the links, please. Go on TikTok, type in Black Americans that support Trump's takeover of DC. And remember, if you don't know, they keep talking to the Democrats. Oh, crime is down. Crime is down. He's just doing this, trying to instill martial law. I don't give a care about crime being down. If you are a crime victim, how is that helping you? Thank you, my girls. Thank you. Job for 9. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Get some water because I want to hear what you. Oh, thank you so much, dear. I think it's gone away, and I have a throat lozenge here too. Thank you so much. Okay, Job for 9. I think I'm good now. Thank you so much for your concern. I don't let anything hold me back. So again, you're voting for Democrats Their butt hurt because Trump, did he not tell them to get their house in order? Someone type it in the comment section. Did he not tell them? Oh my God, in the grape juice, that was amazing. It tastes like, what are you talking about, Margaret? Did I miss your comment? I'll put in a little lozenge. Crime is not down. Yes, they have been cooking the numbers. And from what I was looking at today, they were reclassifying crimes. So like, say if someone committed a felony, they would not list the crime that they committed. They would change it so it doesn't look so bad. Now, someone tell me about that. TL, world peace to all, much love and respect to everyone on God's earth. Yes. Okay, yeah, Maga. Yes. So watch this first video, folks. Hit that like button, please. I am glad you are here.
This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back.
Crime in D.C. is ending and ending today.
Let's take a brief look at why Trump is intervening in Washington, D.C., shall we?
New video release shows the suspects in a vehicle in an armed robbery in Northwest D.C.
A group of suspects targeting a high-end athletic store.
D.C. police need your help to find two people caught on camera during a robbery and shooting in Chinatown. Investigators say the shooting victim, 20-year-old Charnel Whitfield, was arrested just minutes later for trying to carjack someone.
People like Denise Krebs say it's a scary time to live there.
We've got robberies, we've got burglaries, we've got carjackings, we have car thefts.
Two young boys arrested in D.C. accused of robbing a business on Benning Road in Northeast. Police arrested an 11-year-old as well as a 14-year-old. Investigators say they pulled out a handgun, demanded cash, then ran off.
Homeless encampments are now nestled across our nation's capital. Neighbors are at a breaking point.
The needles on the floor. The drug use.
The mayor seems not to have enough control.
This act of vandalism that happened just last night, you see from the picture, glass from a bus stop has been smashed.
Police released this video showing the moments the group entered into Aloe.
Within minutes, the group can be seen grabbing clothes and stuffing their bags, all before running out of the store.
Oh, I was working on the second floor. I was standing on the ladder. Then I looked down in front of me, and there was a man standing there with a gun pointed at me saying, "Give me your money."
The pair assaulted a group of people, left empty-handed, striking again 5 minutes later on Vermont Avenue near 11th Street. A victim robbed, not hurt. A similar crime an hour and a half later.
Some shots, some bangs. We've seen police officers running in all directions.
I almost feel a little desensitized to it in a way because it seems to be of the norm. It's actually pretty scary that these teenagers own guns.
The robbery of 39-year-old Brian Smith, found unconscious here on T Street, just off of the busy U Street corridor around 5 a.m. He died November 7th.
These people here in D.C., all these mothers, children been killed in the streets by juveniles.
You hear what this woman is saying? Look at all the young black males that are killing other young black males. How many of you, type it in the comment section. How you doing, Detroit? Your boy, Roy boy, how you doing, love? How many of you have seen these same Democratic congresspeople, representatives, mayors, governors? How many of you have seen them trying to go to the prisons and talk to these people? No. They went to El Salvador. I'm just saying. I'm asking for a friend. What are your thoughts on that? Gina, how you doing, love? How are you? Hit that like button. Gina, Detroit, your boy, Roy, share this stream on your social media page, please. Bring more people into this conversation. I support what Trump is doing. And when I hear these people, and I said, some of the videos I viewed, I know they did not vote for Trump, but they're saying now they feel safe. And so what I need for some of these people to get through their brain, thank you, love. They need to get through their brain. Stop voting blue no matter who. That's why you're in the situation that you're in. Boom. Yes. I watched the video today. People in Chicago are saying, Trump, please send in some National Guard to Chicago. And we know they voted for the Curry Queen. I'm just saying, my girls, they're doing Margaret Sanger's job by deleting their own, tearing up their communities and going to prison. If they make it out of the, if they make it out, they're building somewhere for them to go every day. It's called the Prison Industrial Complex. If you did not see the video that I did, Black women are raising criminals, I will drop that link for you. I know a lot of people were angry. A lot of people did not like. I had women and men leave me comments calling me everything but a child of God. Now, you know, those of you who are new here, I'm a Generation Xer. I don't care what people call me. These leftist loonies are nuts. Yes. So my new folks here, Gina, your boy Roy, anyone else who's new here who has not typed anything into the comment section, you need to watch this video. It's over 1,000 views. Black women, this is what they're doing. And we can thank the Democratic Party. We know that. They're in a constant, perpetual cycle of poverty and dependence, thanks to the Democratic Party. So the Democrats, that's why they're so emboldened. Why do you think you see all these people in these high crime areas that run into these stores and take what they want? They're just laughing, running out. They've never been held accountable. They've never been held responsible. The Democrats keep telling them the lie that you're in the situation that you're in due to white supremacy and systemic racism. And it's a bald-faced lie. So that's why they're just laughing as they're stealing their kids. Some of these kids are still, it's a joke. So Black women are raising criminals. We know where the criminals go. They're building up the, and we know it's slavery all over again. We know that. But you definitely, folks, check out that video. Check that video out, because I dropped a lot of truth bombs. A lot of people were upset, but I don't give a care. Guacamole Kid, where have you been, love? How you doing? Detroit, Democrats want to keep our communities crime-ridden so they can keep us oppressed, stuck on the plantation, stuck in dependency. Boom, Detroit just called it. She does. That's a good point, my girls. Looks like she could be Maya Angelou's sister. Okay, let me let her talk. Yeah.
The 5 girls who attacked Reggie Brown were all tried and found responsible as juveniles. Currently under DC law, juvenile offenders can only be held until they're 21, so the girls will all get out within the next few years.
We are told the victim had just withdrawn money from an ATM when a driver ran over him and killed him.
Video obtained by News 4 then shows the SUV driving a short distance up 12th Street before the driver turns on the 4-way flashers and at least 2 people get out of the car. Police believe they went through the man's pockets.
The car involved may be connected to 2 robberies that happened about an hour before the crash.
Just yesterday, News 4 reported on 3 D.C. residents who were arrested and charged, accused of stealing over $250,000 from ATMs across the DMV. The fact that we're dealing with another ATM robbery, a burglary, less than 24 hours after the announcement of that arrest gives you an idea of just how serious of an issue this is.
One suspect.
And again, Mayor, Lord Jammer, Maga, Guacamole Kid, Connie, everyone who's in this chat. If you're like me, sometimes you'll go to the ATM to take some money out that you've earned. Who wants to be looking, afraid for their life to go to the ATM to take money out? So this is not acceptable. And I am glad so many people are on, and now you have some of the loonies saying, oh, they're doing this to Black people and they're doing that to Black people. This is my thing. If you're not committing any crimes, I don't have a problem with a police officer knocking on my door. I would just be happy that they're there, especially since you're in a crime-ridden environment. Does everyone tell me what your thoughts are? You know how I feel about it. I don't have any problem throwing these 11, 12 years. Hey, I don't have a problem putting them in jail. I sure do not. I do not. So tell me what you think. And then we're going to go. I'm going to let this video play because I have several clips to share with you. Gina, back the blue. Gina, I do. Every once in a while when I see an officer at the store, I'll say, thank you for your service, sir. Because I know officers, just like teachers, we catch a lot and we're blamed for a lot. And all I tell people is you have bad police officers, you have bad teachers, every profession. I back the blue, Gina, because if something goes south, that's who I have to call. Scared straight, mayor, yes. And then we turned into a bunch of mamby-pambies, and they're like, oh no, scared straight is too tough. Get out of here.
Crawling through a broken door before another follows suit. Seconds later, one thief can be seen with 2 armfuls of clothes before doubling back to grab more and head for the exit. Investigators say the thieves were able to get away with $50,000 worth of merchandise.
Police say these 3 suspects armed with handguns approached 3 people getting into a car, took their wallets and purses, and got away in a gray sedan. 6:30 a.m. near 3rd and K Street Northeast. Police say they tried to rob another victim, failed to get anything, and took off. 6:55 a.m., 1300 East Capitol Street. They pulled guns on 2 victims and took their phones. 2 more people of interest.
Tammy says, so why did Trump check his people, these small sundown towns? Tammy, I did mention that in a video. I am still waiting to gather more information. I will do a video on that. But we're talking about crime-ridden, just people can't go outside. People are not safe. I know the incident you're talking about. I did reference that in a video. I am trying to gather. They said the police are still investigating, but I will do a video in reference to that as soon as I get more information, okay? These crime-ridden cities are also sanctuary cities. We had crime and then we imported crime. Right, Gina? We're talking, Tammy, those are apples and oranges that you're comparing. So, in my opinion. All right, here we go. Hit the like button, folks.
Came into the picture when they used credit cards from the robberies to buy items. Police report that these 2 people here used credit cards stolen during the rampage to buy things not long after.
Now, I wanted to share that with you. So for people who come and watch the replay, don't leave nasty comments in my comment section. Watch more than 5 minutes of the video. I am not saying anything bad about any race of people. I'm just showing you the clips that I have. I cannot help the race of the individuals involved in the criminal activity. Thank you very much. All right. Let me share. Hit the like button, folks. I want to cue this up. Show you this clip. And like I said, even the people that did not vote for Trump are thanking him. And I'm just like, excuse me, folks, please let this be a warning to you. You see, and some of them are saying it's never been this safe. And these are old people. Oh, here we go.
Don't let the media lie to you. Listen to this.
People always want to hype DC up and want to come to DC so bad, but this is the shit we deal with. This is the shit I wake up to in the morning. My fucking windows busted out when I'm trying to go to fucking work. Shit is fucking insane.
Don't let
and that's just one. I have several clips. Allergies are killing me too, Miss Rowland. Thank you, Tina. When I get off of this live, you know I'm popping. I got to go get a Zyrtec, okay? And again, I lost my voice because I did all that talking last week. One 13-year-old had 18 felonies already. He beat up and robbed an old lady. Guacamole kid. This is what I say to that. Thank you, Lord Jammer. Thank you, love. Okay, so I have a lot of new people coming and going. Just know you're allowed to share your opinion on any topic or subject matter. However, we have to remain respectful. We won't call you names, but I ask that you please do not call anyone in the chat names. Everyone is here and everyone will be respected. Your opinion, a difference of opinion is allowed. But I'm just telling you now, if you disrespect someone in the chat, well, you see the people with the blue wrenches. Love you too, Gina. They will have you removed. They will time you out. I'm telling you now. We don't mind difference of opinions, but personal attacks, that they are not accepted. We're too old for that, and we don't do that. That's the other channel down the way. Thank you so much, Jason. And all of you, again, there are thousands of other content creators. You don't have to be here with Roland's Reviews. You are. I appreciate you. I will not let people come in and disrespect you. So, okay. The moderators, they know what to do. I'm just saying. So I shared that with you. And again, folks, if you don't believe what I'm saying, go on to TikTok. Love you too, Tina. Go on to TikTok. People who keep saying I'm tearing down Black people. And I had someone, there was a comment yesterday. Why you're always tearing down Black people? Why don't you come up with some solutions? And this was on another content creators page. So I responded and I said, my solutions is to stop voting blue no matter who. How you doing, Christopher? Good afternoon, love. And also stop voting for these people, right? If you are going to vote for Democrat, which I wish you would not, but if you are, check the people's records. Make sure it aligns with your values. Does that make sense? It's so crazy. They're tearing themselves down. Yeah. And like I said, how can anything be fixed if you don't even want someone like me? And like I said, I am not the only Black American content creator on here saying these things. I can give you a whole plethora of people doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm larger than a couple, but they're a lot larger than me. Okay, there's some small, a few couple smaller than me, but a lot larger than me. So why do people want to come here and say I'm tearing down Black people? How can you fix anything if you are not willing to acknowledge it? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Someone tell me, please. Someone help me out. Oh, someone, please. So I'm sharing this with you, and then I'm going to share, Roland Martin and the other Black Shields. They are hot, and I love it. Because they probably were banned from the other channels. Boom, my girls knows. Yeah, they go to other channels with this nonsense, and they're banned. So then they want to come here. Roland, yep, there are plenty of Black content creators on YouTube that are good. Right, Mayor, they're saying the same thing I'm saying. So we're not monolithic. I'm not going along just to get along. And I've had people say, call me a grifter. Oh, I'm doing this to make money. Love, I cannot pay my mortgage. That's why I'm still teaching. Okay, I'm not Anthony Brian Logan and Black Conservative Perspective. They can pay their bills. They have I know some have millions of followers. That's not me. I'm not Benny Johnson. They can pay their bills. Okay, that's them. That's not me. Guacamole Kid in Illinois, they have the Safety Act, which lets criminals out of jail with no bail if they get out and hurt someone else. Should the people who made the law be held responsible, aiding and abetting? Guacamole Kid, I was looking at a case on Friday. They're trying to sue this particular police department because of what you said. And so we'll see. MAGA, and we don't support racial violence of any kind, racism. Right, MAGA, all these people that want me to say horrible things about one race of people, I'm not doing it. I just share with you. How you doing, Chris? Hit the like button. I'm sharing with you what I have found in my research, and you can take it for what it's worth. I give you my opinion. I ask you your opinion, right? I heard my mom said Trump is scared. Yeah, there's a video out. Trump's scared of the Black mayors. He's not scared of anyone. Thank you, Chris. So let's listen to this. And again, if you hear what they're saying, listen to the Black Shields. But like I said, there are so many Black Americans that are like, oh my God. So I'm hoping this is a light bulb moment, just like the light bulb moment I told you with many Black Americans not voting for the Democrats in November because they were looking at the Democrats with the side eye. look at what you're doing. You're flooding the country with millions of people, put them up in 3- and 4-star hotels, $10,000 a month in food stamps, all of these things. And many Americans are homeless and all these other situations. So people, just tell the Democrats to keep doing what they're doing. Let's watch this. But yeah, I love it.
I don't know if I should be saying this on the internet, but as someone who lives in DC, people in DC do not really care that Trump deployed the National Guard. Most people are quiet or like, or literally like, thank God.
Basically, come to some common sense about this whole DC.
Now, the Breakfast Club, you know, Charlemagne the God and all that, those other black shields. I'm just letting you know, this is the Breakfast Club, which I have never watched an episode in my life.
Thing, you know, across the nation, they need to do the exact same thing that they do.
Just today, a young lady was shot over on 15th Street in Northeast DC. Does that seem like crime gone down? With all the things that are going on with our president, you know, sending the National Guards out, I don't have a problem with that personally.
Anybody that's watching this right now that live in DC don't have a problem with what Trump is doing. Nobody want to walk around DC with homeless people everywhere, carjackings everywhere, smell like weed. It's ghetto. It's the capital, for crying out loud.
So tell me what your thoughts are, folks, as we get this queued up. And that's my thing. So of course they cook the books. Those statistics, I mean, and if you go MSDNC, the Clinton News Network, all of them, all they keep showing is the crime stats and how crime is going down. How many of you believe the mainstream media? I don't believe anything they say or do. Trump said it. He knows that the books were cooked. He's not crazy. He is not crazy. All right, here we go.
Your phone number, your address, your email, it's all out there. And you probably don't even know it. As someone in the...
All right, let me get rid of this.
I don't want you guys to have an unrealistic expectation.
So anyway, I don't know, you know, where they got. I think one of the guys that was supposed to put the numbers in, he was told to cook the book. I think the guy that was told to cook the books and said, no, I'm not doing that. I think he resigned. And so we need him to come out and tell us the full story. That's just where I'm at with that. All right, here we go.
.com/Tatum. I don't understand for the life of me why Democrats are so hell-bent on making everything Donald Trump does, which in my opinion is acting in good faith. They make everything he does a problem. And instead of them congratulating or supporting facts and truth and things that make this country better, they rather hate on him and look like complete nut jobs. What are you talking about, Brandon? I'm talking about this DC takeover thing. I want you to listen to Scott Jennings. And I'm going to play a clip of Scott Jennings. I'm going to play a clip of the naysaying media. And then I'm going to show you what the residents of DC is saying.
That's what I was telling you guys. So all they keep saying that now.
Hi, I'm Amy Pope.
Hold on. The Clinton News Network, MSDNC, all they keep showing is the people, and let's be real, the people who live in some of these communities. And again, if you're not committing crimes, I wouldn't have a problem with their presence. Now type it. We're all different. Type it in the comment section, folks. Tell me, how would you feel if you were living in a high crime area and now you have police everywhere, you have the National Guard? Just tell me, I want to know how you feel personally, if that would bother you. If you're in one of these high crime areas, type it. I'm waiting to see your comments. All right, let me get this right. Hold on. Let me see. So anyway,
I'm going to play a clip of Scott Jennings. I'm going to play a clip of the naysaying media. And then I'm going to show you what the residents of DC is saying. I can put it on my life that anybody that's watching this right now that live in DC, don't have a problem with what Trump is doing. Nobody want to walk around DC with homeless people everywhere, carjackings everywhere, smell like weed. It's ghetto. It's the Capitol, for crying out loud. You should be able to go and step in front of and look at the White House and the monuments and everything be cool without thugs and young people robbing people. Why do they push back on things that are benefiting America?
That's right.
This is how they continue to lose elections. Scott Jennings, tell us what you got.
Well, what about that idea? What about the idea that this is, even if one supports this effort, it's a Band-Aid, right? It's not like hiring 500 additional cops in D.C.
And I think they do have a staffing shortage in the D.C. Police Department. They need to fix that. I don't know what's authoritarian about putting some extra eyes and ears on the street, getting criminals off the street to keep people from being murdered and carjacked. Nobody in their right mind believes Washington, D.C. is safe. And to say the president's trying to help us keep people from getting murdered.
James, good point. James says, I would feel like my taxes are working for me. Boom, James. James, if you were in one of the high crime areas, Connie says, I would love it. Connie, first of all, if you're like me, Connie, you're not involved in nefarious activities. I would feel safe. I would not have a problem with that. MAGA, baby, bring National Guard to Vancouver. All right, Gina, I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. The Capitol is an embarrassment. Boom. There we go, Tina.
Carjacked, and we have to stop this authoritarian push. And it's just sort of ridiculous rhetoric. These Democrats don't know what to do with themselves. Every time Donald Trump tries to do something, they reflexively feel the need to oppose it without thinking through the political implications for themselves.
You think Democrats are taking the bait?
Well, I think they're acting like idiots here. The city is crime-ridden. I saw a guy get murdered in Union Station in February at 4 p.m. I saw the body hit the floor at the bottom of the escalator on the second floor. And so everybody who visits there, everybody who lives there knows it's a serious problem. You have extra eyes and ears. They've arrested criminals. They're getting illegal guns off the street. People feel safer. Tourists feel safer. What is the problem?
All right. Now, let's talk about this real quick. People that live in D.C. already know what it is. You can't find a genuine person in D.C. that say Donald Trump is wrong for stopping crime. Donald Trump is wrong for getting these knuckleheads out the street. Donald Trump is wrong because...
Gina, until people get the message, spend taxes on protection to America. Yes, Gina, it's all about taking care of Americans. Yes, yes, yes. Yahoo. Ken, how you doing, love? Hit that like button. Those of you who have Facebook, those of you who have Truth Social, share this stream out. Thank you so much. Yes, they're just blowing smoke up our rears again. You know it.
I won't get carjacked today because the carjackers are going to jail. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying Donald Trump is wrong because the streets are safer. Not like no human being in the right mind believes that. Let me give you a couple statistical data points. Juvenile arrests are down 20% in 2025, but still high violence. 200 violent charges and 50 carjackings. Like there's 50 victims of carjacking. Carjacking is when somebody steals your vehicle by force. This is not you in the house, you come out your car going, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's like somebody uses force against you to take your vehicle. That is traumatic. Yep. And although some numbers have been trending down, why would there be carjackings in the capital city or the district where the president has the authority to take over the police?
And again, he said, they said that some numbers are trending down, but we know where those numbers came from. And I'm like, Trump, I don't trust it. They don't want to look bad. They lie about everything else. So, hey, I don't trust it. The books are cooked, like always. Yes, Dick Kami, he probably has PTSD. He was there when the man was unalived. But they keep saying, oh, crime's going down, just like that idiot Brandon Johnson in Chicago. Dorian said fake news. Thank you. Obama lived in Washington, D.C. after his presidency. You would think he would have done something about it. Right. But Mayor, he didn't care. He didn't live near the crime, so he didn't care. Yes, Tina. Chris, if they get the files, video episodes, they will see Washington, D.C. Yes, it's high crime. And they cook the books to make themselves look good.
Or the National Guard, and, I would say deploy the law the way it is supposed to be. the numbers and the short staff that they have is not applicable if the president can do something about it. And that's what he's doing. Why wouldn't you want to live in DC where there's zero crime? Right. Why couldn't it be like Dubai? Where in Dubai, there's not a lot of crime. Why? Because you're going to get towed up from the flow up.
I love it. Yeah. We definitely need to overhaul the criminal justice system. He's right. Hold people accountable. And I'm with Connie. I would be, if there were more police and national, now, most of you know, I live right here. I'm at Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. So I'm well protected. So if, I'm like, hey, bring it. I'm happy.
And then it says the youth now commit 21% of the shootings and homicides. I think this is the problem that people are seeing. Is like, but the youth, the next generation of young people are crazy and violent. Yep. It's getting out of control. Yep. All right, let's get to Al Sharptongue, because I don't want to bore you with too many statistical data points. Let's get to Al Sharptongue. And
we know this is the DC's mayor, another DEI hire. High crime is a job deleter. Boom. James and Iris. They don't care anything about these people. They don't care that they live in crime-ridden, roach-infested communities. All they want is for them to continue to vote for them. They don't care about them, period. They showed them that when they brought all of these illegals in and papered them up and did nothing for them. And you're still voting for these people? So stop it. All right. Gina, the Republican Party better be thanking President Trump. Gina, I said Trump kicked open the door for them, because we know typically the Republicans, they don't even try to get the black vote. He opened the door. Now it is up to the Republican Party to reach out, right? And like I said, more black people voted for Trump than they thought. Because remember, Joyce Reed and Al Sharptongue, all these people, oh, that's not real, it's Russian bots. A lot of black people just smiled, went in and voted for Trump. They just didn't say anything. They did not want to be ostracized. So the YNs are the problem. Boom, you know it. Here we go.
And listen to what the mayor has to say, which, why do we got to be the ones that's stupid? Now, it's a bunch of stupid white ones too, but why we got the mayor of DC? Why can't you have common sense? Why can't we put a sister in there that's smart?
Again, someone like a Condoleezza Rice, someone like Dr. Carol Swain. Why don't we put people like that in positions of power so we could get something done and not just have these DEI hires that don't know what they're doing? Here we go.
A sister in there that's genuine. A sister in there that have common sense. Why we gotta have somebody here like this? They make us all look stupid. Roll the clip.
Than white residents and those with higher incomes. As they were last year, black women are among the most concerned, with 65% saying crime is a very or extremely serious issue, compared with 82% who said the same last year. Rev, I just bring this up just to say there are a lot of, I'll just say it, white progressives who you've talked about and I've talked about, who sometimes think they're trying to help certain segments of the society and they have no idea where they are. Well, right now in Washington, D.C., black women especially are deeply concerned about crime in their city. And I think it would behoove the Democratic Party to figure out how to build a partnership with the president, with the mayor, to make Washington a more secure city for the 91% of Washington residents who are saying today that crime is a serious problem.
Well, it goes to the situation and problem that I've said to you, and you and I discussed before, that people are talking for people they're not talking to. There is a concern among many blacks, if not most, and many residents in Washington, D.C. about crime. We have an office of National Action Network there, so I'm familiar with it. I go in and out. I talk to the people that work for NAN there, led by a woman, a black woman. But the question becomes how Trump is handling it.
He was doing good. I ain't gonna spend too much time. He was doing good, right? I think the Morning Joe, they were doing good. They said the right things. I felt like Al Sharpton, he decided to at least admit that black residents are saying the things that they quoted a minute ago, that most of them are concerned about crime. Many of them black women raising the ones that committing the crimes. But people are genuinely concerned. Why can't you just let the main thing be the main thing, Rev? Now he got to say this. Roll the clip.
I think the problem is not that there's an argument about we need to deal with crime. Even though the data says it's going down, the perception and the reality is there. The question is, Donald Trump,
hate when the same size bra.
All right, let me get rid of this. Jason, James and I, those YNs made Trump popular after he got indicted. You know it. They bought the issue of police departments having a quota. You're right about that. Here we go.
Only convicted felon to ever sit in the White House, by the way, pardoned criminals who assaulted police, who threatened the life of the vice president, and did not reach out and try to meet with the mayor and local law enforcement and say, how do we work together to end crime? He just came in, said, I'm taking over, and then announced I'm going to other cities, all of whom have black mayors: Los Angeles, Oakland, Chicago, New York.
Now, you see all of those blue cities that he just called off? Check their crime stats. They're all blue cities. Who the heck would want to live in a blue city? Not me. Convicted felon, it was error, you idiot. Yeah, and we all know that was nothing but a farce. Tina, data, statistics, or polls I don't listen to because it's all, we know it's all contrived, right, Tina? TDS always presents itself with a few sentences. Yeah. So we're going to listen to Al, and then we're going to be done because I have some more clips to share with you.
I'm going after all these cities, not one Republican city, not one white mayor. So for people to suspect him and his motives and the way he...
Oh, yeah. For those that don't know, so Al Sharpton and these other black shills are saying that President Trump is targeting black mayors. So he's trying to erase them. He's trying to usurp their power. I mean, they're saying all kinds of stuff. Lord Jammer, he was a fat piece of back in the day. Now he's a crackhead looking piece of. Oh my God. Jammer. Woo. Jammer's fired up. I love it. My girls. A fat drug dealer with a fat, excuse me, with a bad perm. He's good at grifting. Yeah. Yeah, he always, so those that don't know, that's what they've been saying. Trump is targeting, so again, to continue to peddle Trump being a racist. He's attacking, why isn't he attacking white mayors? He's only attacking black mayors. Come on, we've seen this before. Here we go.
He does it is the problem. I think what leadership there should do is what Mayor Bowser said. They're willing to sit down with the administration and anyone else should and say, let's deal with the problem. But don't become the problem. And don't tell us on one hand, you can sit January 6th and watch people beat up cops while you're sitting in the White House doing nothing, and then come back 5 years later and say, I'm taking over the city.
And Rev, as you have
spoken. All right, come on, let's debunk the myth.
So that's all I wanted you to hear with that. And then there's another video. I think this is from TikTok. I wanted to show you a few more people talking about. Let me see. Hold on. Few more people. Let me cue it up here. Talking about what their thought process is. All right, yeah, look at these people who now feel safe. So let's hope when it's time to vote in the midterms, let's hope these people remember that and transfer that so that when they're voting, they're not voting blue no matter who. Let's listen to this.
Couple people. Let's see what the black residents talking about. Roll the clip.
What's up, y'all? Check this out. We are, listen, to all my homies, man, everybody in DC, man, listen. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but check this out, man. They got the National Guards, they got DEA, the FBI, Park Police, Capitol Police, DC Police, all working together. Trump got these on a mission. So what I'm saying to y'all is now ain't the time in my city, in DC. I don't know about nobody else. He ain't do that nowhere else. But it's a state of emergency in my city. So all I'm saying to you is now ain't the time to be riding around with guns and drinking and smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Now ain't the time, bro. This ain't these next 30 days is gonna show a lot of for and that's because it's like this because the youngest keep tipping, bro. We can't go nowhere without them. We can't go nowhere without them doing it up. 9 or 10 of them, they robbing. And you know what I'm saying? Like, my get tired of that shit, man. They get tired of that shit, man. There's no points in it for that, man. Now, this is where we come to a state of emergency. You hear me? DC is under emergency. The Metropolitan Police Department has lost its custody for 30 days. Now, Trump about to get in here and start roughing shit off, man. They already started. They done came through the yo 2 or 3 times already. They done pushed up on my man yesterday, wasn't doing nothing. Pushed up on them. They is not playing out here, man. So if you want to get a football number now, keep doing that dumb shit. Keep doing this shit that y'all doing, bro. Y'all making it, come on, bro. We got to do better, man. And I'm not just saying it's for the YNs, bro. It's for the YNs too. Listen, if you got certain motions, man, now with the curtail that shit a little bit, man, because if they catch you, they f***ing you over. It ain't nothing nobody else can do about it. I'm just being real, man. Y'all, man, stay up. Pay attention, man. Going on right now.
I like a little bit what he said. He's still stupid. If you go do drugs, just kind of slow down. Now stop.
Again, if you're not doing anything wrong, hey, I'm just saying, if you're not doing anything wrong, why would you have a problem with that? If I lived in one of those crime-ridden places, oh, I'd be like, oh, God, I'm glad you're here. Can I bake you some cookies or something? I'm just saying, I would feel safe. I would. All right, here we go.
People didn't care about anything else. People in DC do not really care that Trump deployed the National Guard. Most people are quiet or like, or literally like, thank God. The only people I've seen outraged are people from other states. People in DC, quiet. I worked in a local election a few months ago. Mind you, this is a place that voted 90% for Kamala. And by far, the biggest issue for people was crime. People didn't care about.
Did you hear that, folks? As I said, 90% of the people voted for the Curry Queen. Look at the crime rate. So now they're, oh my God, this is great. Well, ma'ams, sirs, when you go to vote in the midterms, remember that. The Democrats have done nothing to help your crime-ridden city. They don't live there amongst you. They don't care. Oh, my girls. Ever since the civil stupid movement, it's like certain black people have a wish for death and destruction. Yeah, we know. What do I say? I have a lot of new people here. Hit that like button, please, folks. What do I call it? The demographic inside the demographic, that they're the ones that are the problems. And it is what it is. Memo to Pookie and Ray Ray, stop smoking the skunk and smelling weed. There you go, Jammer. Oh my God. Kami, you have a good point. Segregation 2.0 is on its way in America. Something drastic needs to be done about these YN. Kami, yes. You're right.
Anything else. People were.
I told you, Kami, how you do something different. How you doing, love? All I'm saying is, if more people were using their, you know what, and laying some of these YNs out like Family Guy. So when they run up on people getting ready to carjack, SA, unalive, turn around and send them to their maker. I'm just saying, I'm not a violent person, but I am sick and tired. I've seen too many videos of them attacking older people, robbing, especially to me, older people, that especially because they are some of the most vulnerable and they don't care. Oh,
were going ham. I went to so many forums and people were like, what are you going to do about these kids? Lock them up and throw away the key. My personal favorite was, if they want to play with guns so much, send them to Afghanistan. A lot of you probably are sitting there thinking a few different things. Number one, you're probably thinking is, oh, this is what the problem with gentrifiers is. Like, white people move to a city and complain about crime. No, the district I was working on was a primarily Black district, like 80%. And no, I cannot speak for all of DC, but the group I am noticing this with is not a monolith. And when I noticed this, I even helped some local politicians I know to make sure I wasn't tripping. I was like, wait, is it just me or does no one care? They're like, our constituents are happy. Mind you, like, I was born and raised here. Like, somebody was unalived on my front lawn when I was a child, and now the house is worth $1.4 million. And these are people who are just like that. Like, these are residents who are tired. And don't mistake this video as me saying I'm for what he's doing. Again, everyone in my circle is extremely liberal. So a big thing I did on that political campaign was crime stats, and they were staggering, they were frightening. And I know MSNBC.
You hear that? And they knew that they were scared. She talks about that they were staggering, but these people still went out and voted for the Curry Queen. Make it make sense, folks. I can't with these people. Yes, Gina, need to spread the Holy Spirit by nationwide revivals in the streets. Yes, this is what drives me crazy. You keep voting for the same people. That's why your communities are in this situation. Stop voting blue no matter who.
Was fact-checking Trump, and they said that crime was down 30%. That is a little deceitful. Violent crime is down 30%. And they're only counting homicide as violent crime, and I've never seen anyone do that. Like, that is deceitful. And this is not me saying like, oh, they are justified, but it's more so like the numbers are deceitful. Like, I'm not scared of getting shot. I'm scared of them taking away my jacket. Like, I have a Canada Goose from literally 2014, and my friend's like, nobody wants to steal your 2014 Canada Goose. I'm like, they will. But yeah, no. FBI data, which they're using, is broken down into violent crime and property crime. And they're like assault, battery, homicides, robberies, and one more, or like, I don't even know if robberies are violent crime. They are only including homicides. Nobody here is scared of getting shot. And the thing is, even if homicides are down, the fear of being like assaulted, robbed, carjacked is still in your mind daily when you go into DC. It doesn't matter. Like, I know in the election, a big thing people were saying, like in the local election, like, it doesn't matter if crime is down if people don't feel safe. And people don't feel safe in DC right now.
Okay, so she's saying all that, but here at the end, people in DC do not feel safe. James, when I was a kid, if you did something wrong in class, the teacher would make you stand in the corner. Teachers can't do that anymore. It is considered psychological abuse. James, we can't do anything. That's the problem. That's why kids are off the chain. You're absolutely right. Cam is on there. Okay, Cammy. All right, here we go.
And it's funny because the only people I actually have heard that they say that they feel safe is like white people who live in Navy Yard, which is like not a place you should feel safe. Fun fact, I had a friend get robbed twice in Navy Yard, on a Friday and then a Sunday. And when they robbed him on Sunday, they couldn't even take anything because he didn't have a phone or wallet yet.
Most people. What do you think about this, folks? Don't go anywhere. Hit that like button, folks. We're almost to 70 likes. But we know the issue. We know exactly what the issue is.
Thing I've seen in like my sphere is that it's the Black people talking about crime, not white people. And I think white people kind of understand like, oh, like if we talk about this, like we're in a gentrified space, like, but it is the Black people talking about this, which is interesting because I think a lot of people from across the country wouldn't expect that. And when I mean talking about this, it's talking about how crime is out of control. The bottom line is people in DC do not feel safe. And anyone who tells you otherwise just isn't paying attention. Like any resident who's like, I feel safe, you shouldn't. And yes, even though crime is down, like this is another thing, like I've done a ton of data analysis, used to be a data analyst, went to MIT, like I'm good at math. Even if there's a drop in crime, if the crime was like out of control to begin with, like a drop doesn't really matter. Like you have to take it in context. Truly only my friends from other states who have been like outraged about it. People from DC have been silent, or they're just like, Or people are like, thank God. Again, this is not me justifying how it's being done, but I'm saying that people from DC like don't actually mind what's happening. And that's why they're not being that loud about it, because they're tired. I know a couple years ago, a lot of my friends started saying like, you know, I don't even drive into DC anymore. Like I don't want to because they're going to bust my windows, which is like very possible. Like every time I come back to my car, I'm like, phew. Now people are like, I don't want to drive to DC because I'm going to get carjacked. And then we realized they're carjacking the Ubers too. And if this actually blows up, I don't want to hear anyone being like, awful take. It's not a take. This is not me saying I agree with it. This is me saying what is happening. And you could be like, oh, well, my friends care. Okay, good. People should care.
Now,
okay, so we heard what she had to say. Now there's another gentleman I would like for you to hear, and another lady. Let me see. Yeah. So a lot of people are speaking out, telling about how safe they finally feel. So please, folks that feel safe now, don't go out and vote for Democrats. They're not the reason you're feeling safe now. You know, so what are your thoughts on that, folks?
Hear from city leaders and others that crime is actually down. Are you seeing that?
No. Did you hear that? So they're hitting the streets, actually talking to people. So they're not even listening to Mayor Muriel Bowser. They know she's lying. They're going out talking to people. They're telling them that what they see, and they're all the people they're asking are saying no. Listen to this.
I'm not seeing it. We're seeing carjackings, the violence in the communities. So we were advocating then for the National Guard to come out, but they said there was no need.
So they've been advocating for the National Guard. Of course, Mayor Bowser, no, there's no need. What are you talking about? The crime statistics are trending down. Get out of here. Wow, Gina. Okay.
But think about how many lives could have been saved just having them on the scene.
Inacia says still to this day, she's not heard from one detective about those crimes committed against her family. Now, for Tempe Satcher, another D.C. resident, her son BJ was gunned down in a random drive-by shooting on the way to work 2 years ago, and she does not feel that crime has calmed down.
Just today, a young lady was shot over on 15th Street in Northeast DC. Does that seem like crime gone down? With all the things that are going on with our president, you know, sending the National Guards out, I don't have a problem with that personally, because if MPD can't do it and they need help, then I'm glad they're able to get the help.
Come on, y'all. We got enough.
So I'm just saying, folks, someone who's lost a family member to crime, they don't want to hear about, well, the numbers are trending down. And again, it's a pack.
What he said was pretty interesting. Wrote a clip.
Man, down the city is quiet as a church mouse, man. I came all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue this morning. So peaceful, yeah. I don't smell no weed, yeah. I don't see no homeless people. I mean, I came all the way through the southeast side, all the way down here. You can see now I'm at the White House jump, man. It's quiet, yeah. It's a shame that it takes somebody to have to sit in your classroom in order for you to be in order, yeah. Because that's what it feels like, yeah. You gotta be babysitted to do your job, yeah.
Yep.
Stuff been out of control for years.
So again, these are people, everyday citizens, telling you the truth. They don't believe those lies, those stats that Bowser is sharing, and the lies she's telling. Talking about the numbers are trending down. The devil is a liar.
You got to do better, yeah. You got to do better, yeah. And mainly, young, you got the problems. It's us, man. It's always us giving everybody a bad name, yeah. We'll see how long this lasts, yeah. How many murders was it last night? How many carjackings was it last night? Talk to me. And y'all keep on posting all these data numbers and things of that nature that y'all see everybody else reposting. The stuff that came from the Metropolitan Police Department and the mayor, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Let me tell you something. You can't be that stupid. You can't.
The citizens know it's all a sham. They know it's a lie.
Be, man. Who enters that information to get that data analysis, yeah? People do. You can enter whatever numbers you want to make whatever report show what, but you can't hide the crime, young. You can't do it. Let me give you something to break it down to you for those that don't understand. I retired from UPS, right? So what they used to do to play with the numbers or whatever, we have mission packages. You'll have drivers over the hours. They'd go in and enter the information, and the report would show whatever they needed to show to keep their bonus that week for their bosses not to fire their. So stop believing that stuff. And I don't know if you ever had to deal with the DC government, young, but they suck, young. They have got a lot more better now that the officers have did what they had to do and got all of these people out of the government and got rid of the riffraff and things of that nature, people actually do work now. Let me give you this for example, right? You got carry and conceals or whatever that were being issued by the DC separate department that was handling the gun license and the things of that nature. They went from turnaround time for like 4 months, 5 months for you to have to damn get a gun registered in DC and get a carry and conceal to 2 weeks. It used to take you 3 months just to get an appointment to talk to somebody and take your information and your gun down there. Now, you go online right now and they got appointments available tomorrow. How does that happen? What changed? You put some fire under there. Now they want to do some work.
All right, he's calling it out. The residents are calling it out. That's what you have to do. You have to hit the streets and talk to the people who are out there. They'll tell you the truth.
All right, I looked up some stuff. It's pretty interesting, at least for us to consider. Like I said, right now I don't have any evidence, and to be honest, the city leaders aren't articulating what they did to make the crime go down. Right? I mean, I don't see them saying there's a police shortage. I don't see them saying we added more law enforcement officers. We did this, and this is why the crime is going down. They're just saying crime is down year over year. It's like, well, what did you do to make?
How you doing, T. Marable? Strip it, DC. I'm tired of hearing souls blame America for Haiti. All right, how you doing, T. Marable? Hit the like button. If you are enjoying this content, go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, we know they've been cooking the books. We already know. So I'm pretty much done with that. Let me share. I have a few more clips to share with you. And again, the Black residents are supporting him. And now they're feeling safe. So we can only hope and pray that, I don't need to show this one. We can only hope and pray that when it's time to vote again, right? They will vote accordingly. They will, realize that voting has consequences, and the reason that they're in these situations is because of their horrible voting record. Montrez, how you doing, love? You just returned from DC. I cut my trip short because I didn't feel safe with gunfire surrounding me for 3 days. Montrez, we're glad you made it out unscathed. Ooh. Oh my God. We're glad you're here. I didn't know where you were. Foxy, how you doing, love? Hello, Queen. I live in Southeast DC. It's not as bad. Okay, Foxy, but be careful, love. Be careful, okay? Wow. Sorry to hear that you, Montrez, we're glad you made it back with no bullet wounds. OMG. So let me share with you another clip. And like I said, you can sit up and listen to stats, look at stats, listen to people explain stats. But when you get out and talk to people in these communities, that's where you get the truth. That is where you get the truth. And I have a couple more people to share with you. Hit that like button, folks. We're almost to 80 likes. Woohoo! And so, hey, I am enjoying this. What happens when this goes away? Also, I'm wondering where they're putting the homeless people. Supposedly do something different. So far as the homeless people are concerned, they were supposed to be placing them somewhere. So, and trying to get them treatment if they needed psychological treatment or whatever, if they had some, issues as it relates to substances. So they were supposedly they were supposed to help them. Chicago, the funniest thing, hearing libs trying to defend their point of view, any point of view. Yeah, it all sounds stupid. So let's listen to what this young lady is saying. But yeah, this should wake these people up. Stop voting for Democrats. Unless you're going to get a pile of money and you can move out of your crime-ridden neighborhoods. Those federal agents and the National Guard, they're not going to be there forever. Okay, here we go. Let me get this going. Hit the like button for me. Then I'll share some more clips, and then we're.
Her name is Hope Walsh. Roll the clip.
Okay, so on the topic of book talk, as well as Trump's baby scaredy cat behavior in DC, it got me thinking of a book I read in college. I think it was when I was at the University of Minnesota. It was Locking Up Her Own by James Foreman Jr. And it talks about what led to, arguably, you should also read the new Jim Crow and then go into this one along with like a million in between. But that's just 1, 2. You kind of get it.
None of those.
But like modern mass incarceration of like Black men. And it talks about DC and the war on drugs and how all of that led up to what we're now seeing. Also note the crime rate in DC is at the lowest it's been in 30 years.
Now, again, she's believing the hype, the lies.
But this is a good book to kind of get like a larger viewpoint of this sort of stuff. And it's always been like one form of another of like the US locking up people that aren't like rich and white and men. And like we're very much seeing that continuation go on. I would argue also with what we see with Trump, it's just like more of it. Yeah, go read that book. This was not worded very well, but it's a really good book. But start with the new Jim Crow because that's just like the most basic level reading.
White lady, put her head back on the screen. White lady, we don't need you to be our savior. Stop talking about stuff you don't understand. Quit telling people that the plight of the Black man is all these things. You've never been Black a day in your life.
So again, Kami says, "Oh Lord, a white liberal woman. Can't these women just shut their trap?" Kami's angry. Oh my God, MAGA. People like this are trying to tell you they think they're superior, but nobody picks it up. Yes, they think they know everything, MAGA. They're like, "Oh yeah, she's right." No, she's not. I'm not listening to her. Nope. Roly Poly Martin. Yes. Okay, so let you hear this. Hold on. Hit the like button, folks. And let's see. Are we at 80? 3 more. We're 3 from 80. All right. We're at 77. Here we go. All right. Look at these liberals out here, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right. And here's a young lady. Let's see what she's saying. So some of these people, you just listen to what they're saying and you're just like, no. But for the most part, you have a lot of Black Americans telling, how they feel safe. So I think that's good. And again, we have to pray. Connie, you agree? We have to pray that this, will affect their voting patterns. Okay, let's see what she's saying.
Somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. The whites. Look at the whites. The kids in Baltimore cannot read, y'all. The kids in Baltimore can't read, but the whites is out here protesting Trump. The kids in Baltimore are getting shot dead. The kids in Baltimore are getting shot dead.
It's because the liberals don't care.
And the whites is out here. Look at the whites. The whites is out here protesting Trump. Did you know that there was murders down the street? Y'all protesting Trump? Y'all ain't got nothing else to protest about? Y'all okay. So the whites, they came out here. Instagram loves y'all. The whites came out here to protest in Baltimore about Trump. Ain't that something, y'all? The whites can protest about anything else, and they choose to protest Trump.
There's no threat against an over-incarceration of Black people. Black people committing crimes. You can't go to jail unless you commit a crime. Yeah, there are some people that have been falsely accused. That's like less than 1% of all people that ever go to prison. Yeah. It's less than 1% of 1%.
Yeah, this is, and I have another, let me find, there's one more clip on here I wanted to share with you, and then we'll be done with this video. Where is it? Here. Okay. Tell me what you think about this, folks. Hit the like button, please.
Don't touch me, I won't touch y'all.
Okay, well, don't touch me and I won't touch y'all. That's all I'm saying. Come on. Don't touch me.
Tell them this how we eat. This how we eat. You good. You too good. Hey, searching without no.
Well, as you can see, they have some YNs there on the street handcuffed. So again, this is my thing, my take. If you are not committing crimes, hey, shouldn't be a problem. And if you live in these communities and they are arresting these people who have been terrorizing you, what's the problem?
I told his ass, get the back. He the only cool one, y'all. He want all chill mode, man.
So look, they're cracking down on crime committed by you know who. Okay, let's go to clip 5.
Swarm of law enforcement, including the feds in Northwest D.C. tonight, amid President Trump's takeover of the district. This is in the Columbia Heights neighborhood around 14th Street and Perry Place Northwest. Both Homeland Security and Border Patrol were spotted on this scene. We're working to confirm what they were responding to and how many arrests were made. As you see, that very large police presence and federal law enforcement presence. We see all of their vehicles lined up there. A major show of force there in the D.C. streets in Columbia Heights. Again, you see several people being arrested on the curb there. We are working to find out more information, and as soon as we get it, we'll let you know. And right now, the first day of National Guard troops on the ground in D.C., also part of President Trump's effort to crack down on crime. Military vehicles spotted along the National Mall tonight. Fox 5's Nana Senyo Bonsu live in Northwest, where we're also seeing D.C. police very active tonight. Nana.
Hey, Kenneth, good evening. Not just DC Police, we also have Border Patrol, U.S. Customs as well, pulling off over here, HSI. There's a lot happening right here on the scene that we're trying to gather. We were responding to some kind of large federal law enforcement presence. As you can see, a number of federal agents hopping in their car.
All right, let's go to clip. I want to react to this clip. I want to go to clip 6.
So what are your thoughts, folks? And again, I don't have a problem with people being handcuffed and arrested. These are the people that have been terrorizing the innocent people. Connie, I'm blaming white people with this nonsense, and I'm white. Well, olive skin Italian, where am I on the spectrum? Connie, you're one of our fellow American patriot sisters. That's where you are on this spectrum. Boom. We love you, Connie. And you're right, Connie. Hey, I don't have a problem if you're not committing a crime. What's the problem? I don't get it. I don't get it. And you see, these are the people. Look at this. These crazy, the Trump derangement syndrome is rough.
Trump has federalized the police department in Washington, D.C., and people are upset. He's calling it Liberation Day for Washington, D.C., and I couldn't agree more. The crime in D.C. has ran rampant.
Okay, now you're talking to someone who's lived there, and several videos I looked at today. These are people, I'm not talking about someone who's lived there 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I'm talking about people who have lived there for decades. And they're talking about how unsafe it is and how unsafe it has been. So, yeah, here we go.
And it's about time that people can now have faith and trust in law enforcement out there and be able to walk the streets and not get hit over the head or mugged. I mean, why would anybody be upset with that?
Right.
We just had a young member of Doge beat by a gang of young males. I mean,
and don't forget, there's big balls. The only reason he was not unalived is because a police car was driving by, and so they ran off because he was in bad shape from the beating. Lord Jammer, white liberals are almost as bad as black liberals. Both are crazy. Boom. Lord Jammer, you get 3 truth bombs. I have to give you one more, and then boom, one more. Yes, they're all crazy. Here we go.
Why would anybody have a problem with that? The left is calling him a dictator. They're calling him an authoritarian. A lot of names that they throw, a lot of word salads. Of course, they're calling for him to be impeached.
Of course.
But the people that support him is calling for more. This is what we voted for. And we're very happy that this man is making DC safe. He's making America safe. Look at the border. Have we had any other illegal border crossings since he took office? Nah. A big difference from what we've dealt with the last 4 years and who was responsible.
So this is why I tell you.
And I don't need to listen to his commentary because he's saying the same thing I'm saying. Lanita, how you doing, love? Hit that like button. I'm just saying, hey, I agree. And let me show you now. Don't throw up your lunch or dinner. I have a video to share with you. The Black Shields are saying Trump is targeting Black DC, and then he's targeting the Black mayors. He's racist, all of that crap. Mayor, they are bad. Woo! Listen to this crap. Now, I won't let you listen to him too long because some of you still have to eat your dinner. And I don't want you to throw it up. So listen to this. But listen to this. I mean, the fear that he is trying to instill in people. Listen.
Donald Trump's Attorney General Pam Bondi to talk about the federal law enforcement officers and the National Guard being put on the streets in Washington, D.C. This was a social media post put out by that idiot Pam Bondi. Quote, I just concluded a productive meeting with D.C. Mayor Bowser at the Department of Justice. We agreed that there's nothing more important than keeping residents and tourists in Washington, D.C. safe from deadly crime. At President Trump's direction, the Justice Department will work closely with D.C. City Government and D.C. Police Department to make Washington, D.C. safe again. Now, we all know that's filled with lies because D.C.'s crime has been dropping dramatically.
So again, you hear him. According to him, this is all a lie. The crime stats are dropping dramatically. They're all on the same page. What did my girl say? Why doesn't he go and find his neck? It's hidden under all the greasy fat. My girl is awfully bad. I love it. Betty, how are you? Parents say God bless America and President Trump. Yes, Betty. Welcome. Hit the like button, Betty. Betty, if you're not subscribed already to the channel, hey, we want to welcome you to the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. We call out all of the nonsense. Welcome, Betty. How you doing, Shadow Seeker? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We haven't seen you in a while, and we're glad you're here. Okay. Excuse me. Lanita, I have friends that live in Baltimore and DC. The inner city is the worst, especially in the east. Yes, Lanita, I would not live in a blue city. No way. Steve, all the crime-ridden Democrat cities are run by blacks. Why? Right? Because, Steve, they don't give a care about those people. They're following the agenda of their Democratic slave masters. They don't care, and they're just killing each other for the most part, and they're essaying each other, robbing, shooting, carjacking. They don't mind as long as they keep that in their community. Just don't go outside of your community. They don't care. As long as they're harming other Black Americans, they don't care. Yes, Monique. I bet this fat monkey never called Merrick Garland. You don't do something different. You know he didn't. He didn't. All right, we'll listen to just a little bit more.
And so you got all these people who are running their mouths talking about, oh my God, how awful it is living in D.C. I've been here 15 years. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, someone find his address. He's not living in the hood.
So here's some stats. Violent crime down 26%.
And I wanted you to see this because these are the same stats. Now remember, this is from the Metropolitan Police, and we know that they've been cooking the books. So this is all they keep focusing on how all this is going down. What are the real numbers? We don't know. Oh my God.
Down 28%. Sex abuse, down 50%.
Hey, right, Jammer. He's full of it. With those cooked booked numbers. Cooked booked. Cooked booked. Let me see. Let me get rid of this. And I just wanted you to see he's using the same stats.
Interesting. Again, when you look at those type of numbers, you got to ask yourself the question, what the hell are they talking about? But see, you also need to understand something. Donald Trump constantly, first time he was sitting in the Oval Office, complained about how awful DC was. It looked awful. It was trash. On and on and on. He was doing all those sort of things. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. And he was saying how bad things were. And then, of course, when he ran against Vice President Kamala Harris, saying the same thing, how awful things were, how bad things were. Things were just terrible. DC is falling apart. How awful it is. I mean,
and where is the lie? Did Trump lie? Type it in the comments.
That was his.
How you doing, Blazer Bob? Welcome, love. Hit the like button. Oh God, my girls is getting started again. He's full of pork, fat back, and beans.
This whole thing over and over and over again.
Woo!
So it's no surprise we see what's going on right now. But I mean, let's just be honest. If we want to talk about crime in DC, if we want to talk about where the most criminals are located, then we really should look no further than 2 blocks from where I sit, because that's really the crime. That's where yellow tape should actually be wrapped around the White House, crime scene tape. Because
all right, Jason, you're getting me started again. Big back, big back, big back, big back. And no one wants me to sing that song, Jason. Shame on you. I love it.
That's what you have in DC. I saw this graphic on social media. I loved it. It said heaviest crime zone in DC. And this is what they were referring to. You see they have the White House circled. Come on, man, let's go. iPad. Thank you. Come on. I love this. They have the White House circle, because that's really what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a thug in chief. You're dealing with a twice impeached, criminally convicted felon, con man, who is raping and pillaging the country, who is selling access to the president, to the office. And guess what? Republicans are letting him do it. And so now what they're busy with, they're busy posting all their photos of Black people being arrested. They claim overnight, oh my goodness, all these different people who have been arrested. And then you got the likes of Jeanine Pirro, who is of course, the U.S. Attorney of Washington, D.C., who's making all of her comments. And in fact, we're going to play for one of these. I mean, so there was a news conference and a question was asked about, okay, let's talk about crime. How do you lower crime? And here's the response of the former Fox News show host, who's a massive liar. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you're the prosecutors. You just walked through the changes you'd like to see from the punitive aspects. What about preventative? Do you or the president plan to do anything to address the root causes of crime in DC, such as truancy?
Yep.
My job is to try to heal the victims and prosecute the criminal. Everybody else can deal with rehabilitating the individual. I honestly am not concerned about why they commit crimes. My concern is if they commit crimes.
Yep.
My concern is the victims of the crime.
Yes.
That's my job as a U.S. attorney. Go ahead.
But just follow up on that quickly.
That's interesting. This tweet was put out that I found.
Connie, he is. I'll stop. I won't play anymore. He's full of it. But he has to keep his checks coming, Connie. That's the name of the game. Lanita, where is his neck? I don't trust folks if I can't see their neck. Lanita. All right. Let me see what else I had one more. Like I said, I can go on TikTok And I can share with you the let me show. I wanted to show you one more. Let me show you this. Hold on. I need to show you this video that I watched, and they were, I mean, some of the black, they were, and look, I don't know if it was in the projects, I don't know, but the people were upset. And I'm just saying that, okay, if you're standing there recording, that's one thing. But why are you standing there trying to antagonize the police? Let them do their job. I mean, just stand there and record and keep your mouth shut. You escalate a situation, and you know, they're saying, oh, they're you know, they're targeting black, and they're doing this and they're doing that. That's okay. If you want to watch and record, how you doing, Megan? But why, again, are you causing all these problems? So let me show you. Because I don't agree with some of these content creators, and they're saying that the police raids in Washington, D.C. should outrage every black American. It does not outrage me. It does not. So I want to show you some footage. You tell me what you think, and then we will see. All right, I'm going to stop this. I'm queuing it up right now. Hit that like button if you will. We're almost done, but I want to know what your thought process is. It's 8:14. And again, if the police, if the National Guards, they're going to the high crime areas. Now, if you think about it, for the most part, if you're a person who has outstanding warrants and the police are looking for you, you need to go somewhere and just lay down and hide, right? I'm just saying, you're not going to see the criminals out there. Okay, 8:36. You're not. So let me cue this up. All right, hold on. I'm getting it ready. So that's my thought. I mean, and if you feel differently from me, that's fine. We're all different. But I think about the older people. Think about the disabled people who don't bother anyone. They're just trapped. And they're being, victimized. Not to mention the children. All right, let me share this with you. And, again, if the police are there, if you're using profanity, you are escalating the situation. Steve, who is Zesty? Who? All right. So listen to some of this. Hold on. Here we go.
Hey, Brody. Drop your jump. Look, drop your jump, bro. Just drop your jump. Drop your jump. Show him. Ain't got nothing. Bill, don't hurt yourself, Bill. All right. I ain't got nothing. What's all this for? How you feeling, man? What we know? I feel well. How are you? Ain't nothing going on right here. Better than ever, man. Yeah. Oh, you got your ski mask on? Nah, don't break it. Open the gate. Don't break it. Don't break my gate. Open the gate. Don't break it. Oh, they pick me up. That's all they wanted.
So they're up here. These people are standing out here recording, cursing, calling the officers and National Guard, or the people who are out here, calling them names. Yeah, Umar, he's been exposed. He's begging for money. The criminals mad because their friends are getting picked up, raised, mess with their street business. Yes, Lanita.
Dude.
Let me get rid of this commercial.
I got my guy. I ain't doing that. I'm just recording for my safety. That's all we doing. We don't want no problem. Look, don't want no problem. Oh, got a hand on his foot. Look. Don't want no smoke, Brody. Oh, what's up? I'm not gonna work. Yes, he did. You see the bike right there, Bill? Bike right there, Bill. You see the bike, Bill? Come on, bro.
Oh my God, I'm having anxiety. Y'all don't pay for that? That's the motherfucking keys down. Y'all want the keys? Y'all want the keys?
And again, when people open their mouth, they tell you and they show you how ignorant they really are. Didn't do nothings, can't call anyone. Do something different. Exactly. Tina, wild hoodlums. Yes. And again, when you open your mouth, if you can't form complete sentences, how about don't open your mouth? If you're just using the F-bomb and you're screaming like a wild banshee, just shut up. Michael Smith, y'all laughed. Michael, we're not laughing. We're saying we're glad it's happening. Crash out, Keisha. That's right. Do something different. Michael, we're glad for the people who live in these communities who are not committing crimes, who are being victimized. We're glad that the police are there, the federal agents are there, and that the National Guard is there. I'm glad. Now, if there's anyone in the chat that doesn't agree, that's fine. These are the ferals. Lanita, they're the demographic inside the demographic. Yes, they have to go.
Hey, white shirt, have you? Yeah, white shirt. No, this is easy. Easy with the white shirt. It's easy. Why you banging on the door? Why would y'all break the door like that? Damn. What the fuck?
Yes, who said Lanita? Feral, uncouth, unkept, uncivilized. Yeah, there are some other adjectives in there. And who in their right mind would want to live in this type of environment? But think again about the people, the good, hardworking people who are working every day trying to survive, and they're being victimized by these criminals. Lock them up. So they calling them a name again, escalating the situation. Thank you, Department of Education. James, I'm glad Trump is shutting it down. Shut it down. It's a failure. Woo, hit the like button, love.
We're gonna get another body. 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 Another body. And another body. Another body. I ain't fucking about the fuck. You gotta get the fuck. Runner.
Who got the fuck? Who just got the fuck? I don't even know.
So again, if you're not committing crimes, what's the problem? More like a Department of Miseducation. Boom, you got it. Menace to society too. You got it. I'm gonna lock them up.
Look at him.
Damn. Oh shit. No.
And then, while when they are arresting people, all these people, why are you putting them? These people need to shut up and let these people do their jobs. Again, if people would stay in their lane, this country would be a heck of a lot better. Hit that like button. James said, I see Barack Obama's son. Okay, is he the one with the handcuffs on, James? All right.
You don't have no reason to put this man in handcuffs. I'm not close. I'm just saying. Back up. Don't get close enough. Back up. Back up. All we saying is, why y'all putting this man in handcuffs? He showed you he has nothing. We got room. Yeah, get on camera, boy. I'm leaving. Nigga, fuck you talking about? I got bleeding right now. He put this man in handcuffs with no reason. Hey, don't push him, y'all. Don't push them. He had no reason to put this man in.
Robert, these antagonizers cry racism. Very annoying. Right. Beverly, how you doing, love? People complain about crime. Let's get it clean. Right. Trump is the only one trying to stop it, but now you're crying racism, and they're talking to black people. They're going to where the crime is. How you doing, Nikki? Hit that like button, love. Subscribe if you're not already. Here we go.
Y'all, calm down, y'all. Relax. Illegally detained. No, he said, look, calm down. Back up, calm down, y'all. He said he only detained a being person in his name, bro. Calm down, y'all. Everybody calm down, y'all. Out they face. I ain't my lip. Out they face, y'all. Get out they face. Jack, back up. Back up. Get out they face, man. Get out they face. This nigga act like he about to fight.
And the guy that they have detained with handcuffs on, he's being calm. But these other idiots out there, just let the police, the ATF agents, the National Guard, let them do their job. Get out of the way. This guy is being nice and calm and cooperative. It's these other idiots that won't shut up.
Child brother good. I don't care about child rednecks. Y'all come from motherfucker Albuquerque coming down here. Y'all don't even care about the black community.
You're coming down here, you don't care about the black community. Obviously, you don't either, because you're probably one of the people helping to destroy it and to victimize the people that are living in that community. If I had a son, Lord Jam, he would look like Trayvon. If I were married to a man, he would look like Michelle. Oh, Lord Jammer. Oh, woo. Well, what is going on? I'm missing the comments in this comment section. Comment, I wonder how long will it take for blacks to wake up? 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, exactly. James said you're going to get your reparations. And then they're saying that Trump is racist because of crime. It's like saying only black people commit crime. My cousin Raymond loved jail. He couldn't stay out of it. So did my cousin Jack and his brothers. Yeah. So you have a demographic white community. Every community has people that do what they should not be doing. And they wind up in jail. Thank you for that, MAGA.
Oh, that's bro. What the fuck? Oh, they trying to shoot. Oh, they trying to shoot, man. Oh, my mother, they shoot. Mo, calm down. He's going to take your ass to jail. Mo, what the fuck, Hey, y'all, don't leave Frank dog, y'all. Make sure they don't harm Frank dog. Make sure they do not harm Frank dog, y'all. Back up. I'm not back up. Back up. I ain't doing nothing. It's not your party. This ain't I ain't doing nothing, bro. Back up. Man, we live here. Heard what I said. Man, we live here. You can suck a fucking baby. No, for real. It's dick suck, man. Eat a bongaloid. Fucking baby bongaloid. Eat a bongaloid. If you do not back up, you'll be arrested for interfering. I won't tell you again. Back up. The wagon is en route. Move. I'm Lieutenant Wall. Move back.
And again, you've heard me say, this is that same demographic inside of inside of the demographic. Go to the schools, talk to their teachers. They're doing the same thing. There's the same non-compliance. There's the same combativeness. Ask me how I know. We're almost done. I think we have another minute of this video, and then we're done.
1230. That's 1230.
Yo, back up. If they don't back up, they go to jail. That's it. If they don't back up, they go to jail. Thank you, man.
Lanita, meanwhile, most of them are living like this off of our tax dollars. That's the sad part. Lanita, if you're going to take my tax money, at least let me decide where that it will go. And to this type of situation, no. I agree. Kami, some people in New York commit crime every summer, so they have a place to sleep in the wintertime. Yeah, I've heard about that, Kami. Yeah.
Back your friends up. Back them up.
My girls, not one of them could spell any of the words they were using. Man, we live it. Yes, my girls. That's what drives me crazy. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. NBA dumb boys. Yeah. So, and that's pretty much all of that that I wanted to share with you. So, you know how I feel, folks. Shadow seeker. Our parents used to want us not bailing you out, even though they probably would have after a week. Now they're immediately released. No worries. 3 hots in the cot. You got it. Boom. Michael, people who got tricked by the government and quarantined during COVID shouldn't judge others or question anyone's mental state ever. I don't know who you're referencing, Michael. I don't know who was tricked by the government and quarantine. And if you had jobs, we all had to adhere to C-19 protocol. So, okay. Future doctors, lawyers, engineers, snatched your Section 8 and EBT. Boom. These thugs are not used to this police presence. Good. How you doing, Light Bearer? Hit the like button, love. We're almost to 100 likes. Yeah, and that's the future. If you did not see my video, look, I did a video and it's doing very well. You need to watch my video. Black women are raising criminals. You need to see that. I see a lot of folks here that were not here for that live stream. It's very informative. I will drop that link. Lanita, I don't know if you were here for that. Light Bearer, I just dropped that link for you. Jason, I think you were here. Michael, check it out. Shadow Seeker, check out the video. Do something different. Yeah, Mr. 19. Yeah. Do something different. Check out the link I just dropped. Black women are raising criminals. So again, a lot of the people that we see in these police videos, they are involved in this foolishness, this nonsense at the school. They leave there. They get involved with the criminal justice system. That's why I told you, I'm always saying, I have not created that pipeline that you hear about frequently. The schools have created the pipeline from the school to the prison. I have not created anything. The parenting or lack thereof has caused that problem, not me. Jason, a lot of people sick from the solution. Oh, okay, Jason, I know what you're referencing. Yeah, we can't say it here on YT or they'll say something. You know, they're not liking it, but Connie, this is my thing. Think about, again, if you're not doing anything wrong, Michael, listen to this. if you're not doing anything wrong, why would you care? If you're not committing crimes, if you don't have outstanding warrants, who cares? You know what I'm saying? That's how, in my opinion. So that's all I have for you. Let me see. Was that it? Yeah. That was all I wanted to share with you. But there was more, but for me to share, but that's okay. I can share some more. If you go to TikTok and type in Black people that support Trump, Michael, you should care about. I care about Michael. My rights are fine, love. Yeah. So I have no qualms with my rights. My rights are fine. I'm not out here, Michael, committing crimes. The police do not bother me. I live here, Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. I'm around the military all day, every day. Thank you, Mayor. So I'm fine with that. Okay. Where are we here? Yeah. So we're done. I'll be live. How you doing, Bill? ABC TV. Hit the like button, love. Oh my God. It's 4 from 100. My girls, there are far too many Black boys being raised without their fathers and don't know how to be real men. That's why they're out here unaliving people. Right. That's right, Shadow Seeker. People who are committing crimes abandon their rights. Boom. Michael, the Constitution. I'm very familiar with the Constitution, Michael. Thank you. So, yeah, we're done. And I'll be live tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope that you'll be back. Great show. Yeah, it was great because of all of you. Chicago, people who have no warrants out for their arrest are not afraid. Boom, that's what I'm saying. If you're not committing crimes, I would feel safer with police and the military. I would. I don't have a problem with that. Lanita, it's so hard for the good parents stuck living around these creatures. Lanita, that's what I'm saying. Not everyone who lives in those communities are bad people committing crimes. Look at the ones who get up every day just trying to make it, and they're victims. What about their rights? Right? That's what I'm talking about. So that's all I wanted to share with you folks. Playing the victim won't get you anywhere. No, we canceled the Victim Olympics. Michael, everyone was. We didn't have a choice. Remember, they shut everything down, Michael. Thank you so much, Connie. If you folks will, when the live stream is over, if you will leave a comment under the video, that will help YouTube to push the video out. The channel is growing in leaps and bounds, and that's all due to your efforts. Nothing that I'm doing. I just come on and do the same thing, do different subject matter. But when you share the video, when you hit the like button, okay? And that's all I have for you. Where are we? Okay, we all, yes, Lord Jammer, all of us. And depending on your job, some will host more than others. Exactly. Okay. So Biden's White House was an attack against the Constitution. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Hit that like button, folks. 3 from 100. Oh my God. 3 from 100. We're almost there. Okay. Yeah, we did the best we could with that, Michael. If you were sent home, we couldn't, when everything closed down, we had to go. We couldn't do anything about that. That was out of our control. Dorian, folks like this close many stores because of their behavior. Yeah. Like I said, I feel good that the older people, the genuinely hardworking people who are also victimized by these thugs, I'm glad they're safe. They don't deserve that. And they're just out here working and trying to make it, and you're robbing them and vandalizing and all of these crimes. That's right, Jason. Tell them stop, put the pipe down. You can't explain things when people are stuck on stupid. Boom. Right, Maga? And again, when everything shut down, there was nothing we could do. When the schools told us to go home, what was I going to do? Keep the school open? No, the schools were locked. I had to go home. What else was I going to do? Right? When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there in my city. Whoa, 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 whoa. So you think you're lonely? Well, my friend, I'm lonely too. Yes, I wanna get back to my city by the bay. Drummer, you know I have the Journey Greatest Hits CD in the truck. Woo! All right, we're out of here. Do something different if he wasn't cracked out. My girls is so naughty. I love it. Montrez, thank you for your insight. Montrez said he just got back from D.C. and thank God, he said the people there are scared. Thank God you weren't unalived or shot at, Montrez. We're glad you're back. We don't want to lose any of our family. I love you all. Be safe. Montrez, we hope to see you and Maga and Lord Jammer and Do Something Different and Lanita and Dorian and Lightbearer tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Singing and bopping. Lightbearer, check this out and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that video. Black women are raising criminals. Montrez, the link I just dropped. Check that video out, folks. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Do something different. Do me a favor and also check that out. Job for 9. Thank you, love. Yeah, we're leaving here now. I'm going to come and talk to you in the comment section. You know I'll be there as long as you are there. And don't forget, tomorrow, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do it again. Don't forget, leave a comment once the live stream ends. Leave a comment under the description box. I respond to all comments. I may not do it tonight, but if I don't get it tonight, I'll get it tomorrow. I always do. All right. Coming to talk to you now in the comment section. Okay. Love you all. And I'll see you coming to the comment section right now.